I'm going to put that sort of angle down so maybe you guys can see the cards a little bit, hopefully. I don't think we are quite live yet. There we go. Okay, so we are starting on Cancer at 1 minute. We'll start at 1 minute. All right, and we're doing a love reading. We're talking about the person on your mind. Kind of trying to figure out, you know, how that person on your mind is feeling. And then we're going to look at how you're feeling too. So let's see. Usually love relationships that are complicated are usually relationships that are somehow written in the stars. Okay, so we are inviting angels, spirits, guides, ancestors, archangels, ascended masters, and all that is coming from love and light. Please guide me, hi Dan, to give clear, accurate messages for the sign of Cancer, Spirit. We're asking about two people, person number 1 and person number 2. And then we'd like also mutual energy. Okay, Cancer. Could be dealing with an air sign. Got a King of Cups, or a King of Swords here. Person number 2, Queen of Pentacles. Stable. Loving herself. Being guided by spirit. And mutual energy. King of Wands, passion and heartbreak. And neither one of you are surrendering the outcome. Okay. So person number 1 is telling me that there was a new beginning in love, and it started out solid and honest and beautiful. It had the potential of a 10 of Pentacles. But for some reason, you feel alone and cold, you know. Person number 1 feels like this has been a really big of a drag, 10 of Wands. But the potential, Ace of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, and the Lovers. So person number 1 feels like that was the potential, but it just didn't work like that. So we'll see. So I feel like there was a lot of passion here and a lot of heartbreak. And I feel like both people are still sort of trying to have control over this situation, or they don't want to let it go. They can't make a final decision about the relationship. They just don't even know. Both people up in the air about it. Now, person over here, person number 2, seeing this as a very solid, grounded, stable relationship. And they felt like it was more than just a relationship. They felt like you were connected on some other level. Like, I don't know if you guys meditated together or something, did ritual together, I'm not sure, but it sort of looks like it. But the reality is over here is that, well, this person is solid over here. They're solid in their strength. I don't know. Maybe not. What happened? Spirit, what happened here? Person number 2 is, I mean, I do see movement, like 6 of Swords is here, like they're moving out of some kind of treacherous water or being moved. I feel like they've learned a lot of strength and possibly even understand their energy as a divine. The Empress is here at the corner. So let's see. Let's clarify person number 1, the Ace of Cups. Okay. They're saying, yeah, it was a great relationship, but it's over now. There's no second chances. Grim Reaper. The Grim Reaper is here clarifying the Ace of freaking Cups. Damn. Person number 1 is telling me that person number 2 had a lot of options. Maybe they just felt like it was a one-night stand. That's how they felt they were treated, was like it was a one-night stand. And even though it seemed like a 10 of Pentacles, it ended up breaking up. And then to clarify the 5 of Pentacles is the Snake. Competition, clever, malicious, look over your shoulder, the other woman. So, of course, person number 1 feels like it's over. The Coffin card. They're ready to transform themselves. They feel liberated. And the 10 of Wands is clarified by the Talking card and the Not Today card. So I feel like this person number 1 goes back and forth about whether they want to talk to person number 2 or not. Because I feel like person number 1 is angry. And they kind of do want to talk, but maybe they're waiting for person number 2. So let's clarify the Queen of Pentacles here. Getting clarity. You're understanding your value here. You're standing strong in your power. You're starting to love yourself. And that's what the 6 of Swords is here for. It's like taking you into this new energy of like making healthy choices, being happier by choice. Some of you could be even going on a trip or a vacation, maybe going to see a waterfall, I feel like. King of Pentacles. Okay, so this person number 2 is saying like, yeah, you know, there was a partnership and I have commitment toward it. I do love this person forever. I am hoping for, you know, for this to go higher. Strength card, Boat. Receiving what you need, progression, arriving, moving in on closure issues. So I kind of feel like person number 2 is just trying to be strong enough to like let it go, you know, because they're like, man, yeah, I love this person like none other. 4 of Pentacles is clarified by Cupid's arrow. And this is saying like, I feel like you're just kind of tapping into spirit. And I feel like you're just saying like, you know what, I'm just going to let you show me, because when my human gets involved, I get a little bit crazy. I think person number 2 is praying for something. Asking, manifesting. Tell me about the Empress. Healing your heart, butterfly. So person number 2 is definitely going through a transformation and an ascension, honestly, because they're starting to love themselves up here. And they're not denying how much they love this person. They're just saying like, dang, man, I'm going to have the strength to like move on. Because, I mean, I love myself more than being with someone who breaks up for no no apparent reason. Okay, and the mirror card comes out. So I do feel like you guys are mirroring each other in this relationship. Tell me about this weird mutual energy. It's like neither one of you want to give up. Addiction, codependent, obsession, controlling, mutual energy, palm tree. This is about stability, endurance, flexibility, and growth. So I feel like while you guys are both being in this crazy codependent energy, I feel like you're at the same time like really growing some roots for yourself. So yeah, dragonfly. So we have like just a lot of transforming going on. Even the snake card, you know, like the snake card is about shedding your skin, you know, letting that new person come out. And I feel like person number one is doing that. Let's see. Let's get some of these cards. These guys tell a whole different story. Well, it's usually the same, but different kind of words. Spirits, angels, guides. Let's check out the yin yang messages for person number one in Cancer's little story here. So yeah, there was a lot of love and then it just ended. What happened? There's a rebirth happening. That's why. There's a rebirth happening. The keys on a ring and the King of Swords. So this was this person telling me that, you know, somebody had more than one option. And what's clarifying it is transcendence. What that means is this person is rising above it. They're not, that's what's rebirthing in them is this keys on a ring thing. Tell me about the Ten of Pentacles and the Axe. Like you had the whole great thing going and then, yep, you axed it so there could be self-love. And I feel like that's for both people. And I also feel like, you know, this could be spirit. Like, because look at this person over here started self-love up here from this same relationship. So I feel like you guys, tell me about the snake. Okay. This is a Five of Pentacles and the snake. You're free. Somehow this gave you freedom, new opportunities. I feel like this person is not worrying about what's going on over here anymore. And they suddenly see all these new opportunities around them. Tell me more. You're surrendering. You are releasing this relationship. You're surrendering the outcome. And you're even changing the energy about it. And good on you, person number one. Because, like, this could be a shit energy if you wanted it to be, you know? You've got a lot of sad stuff here, you know? A lot of scary stuff. A lot of new stuff that you've never dealt with before, I feel like. Tell me about the Ten of Wands. So this is you going back and forth in your head. Like, do I want this person or don't I want this person? Tell me what's happening for person number one. I'm going to let you fly this one. Inner child. Is that what you want me to see? This person, this... Okay, that's why. They're thinking their whole life over here. And they do want to talk to person number two. Maybe they even sit around waiting for person number one to, or person number two to text them. And then they kind of go, like, they don't get it. They don't get that message. And so they're like, screw this. I'm done. Well, every single time, I feel like this is about rejecting and being ignored. And because I feel like you, person number one wants to talk, but person number two isn't responding is what I feel like. And so person number one is just going to have to surrender this shit And I think they are. They have ancestors helping them through this. Tell me about person number 2, Queen of Pentacles and the getting clarity. What are you getting clarity on, person number 2? On a divine masculine. Person number 2 is getting clear about balance, karma, and justice. Remember, this is where you're loving yourself, person number 2. You're starting to make healthy choices. You know why? Because you finally understand what the hell this was all about. You do. You get it. You're like, oh my God, this was all about, I bet it's about childhood wounding for you too. I don't know where the card went. Oh, there it is. Oh, sorry. Hey Dan, how's it going? Karma, justice. Here's what they're doing is they're working on themselves. I feel like even the way they believe about themselves, everything they've always believed about themselves has been kind of fake, kind of phony. And I see them examining that. I feel like person number 1 pointed it out somehow. Like, and they're wondering, like, how real am I? That's what I feel like is happening. I feel like person number 2 is also feeling very guilty. Because I feel like they felt like this was a contract. And like a contract, a commitment. And maybe person number 2 sabotaged it. I feel like, honestly, it was a lot about the physical attraction too. And I feel like person number 2, like, wants something that's more stable. Like, it can't be about physical attraction only. And they're figuring that out. They're figuring out they haven't really been true to themselves even. They're focusing on the sun. On strength, on empowerment. And what they're doing is working on these, like, these things that are holding them back. Like the things that are stopping them from reaching the Empress energy, because they have it. It's just that they've got this disharmony within inside themselves. Like they're really just figuring out who they truly are. Person number 2. You know how that goes? Like, you think about it. When we're kids, our parents tell us who we are. They tell us what's acceptable. They tell us what's not. I mean, like, who's to say they're all right ever? You know what I mean? Once you grow up and you start, like, learning new things, and you're like, man. So, yeah. So, both of you guys, both of you have the same exact problem. And it's about the reason of the codependency. And I think that's why you guys met. And I feel like you guys trigger each other into healing that thing, you know? It's a feeling of like your whole life being rejected. And the reason I'm saying you both are doing it is because it's in the middle energy for the two of you, both feeling like that. You know, like maybe you feel like you're nobody without somebody. You know what I mean? A lot of people feel like that. I feel like I spent most of my life feeling like that. But the truth is, like, once we figure out, like, this Empress energy and how powerful our soul really is, and I know I say that all the time, but I feel like crazy relationships like this is what push us into knowing, you know? Like, this is how you guys both are going to get rid of that codependent cycle, is each other. You showed each other something. I see this person over here really having a huge breakthrough, a huge epiphany. I don't know. This might be traveling, but I kind of feel like this person is just like working on themselves, you know, keeping their eyes toward the sun, you know, and just going with the flow of life every day, just like Spirit, I trust you every day. And when we start really doing that, the triggers, the disharmony kind of goes out the window, because we're every day saying to our higher self, like, what's today gonna be? You know, let's do it. Ego and pride and fear all out the window when you really start learning to love yourself. And that's what I feel like is happening here. Let me give you some lovers oracles here for Cancer. Tell me a message for person number one. What happened? What went so good? Tell me, tell me. So person number one, beware of what you are projecting. For the qualities you admire in one another are qualities you both possess. Equally so, the qualities you don't like are your reflection, what I tell you. You see, so you guys trigger each other into freedom, self-love, and like the reality of your beautiful self. You're not abandoned ever. I feel like that's what's happening. Tell me if person number two, message for person number two. Let's see. Let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. And that is what person number two is doing, I feel like. I feel like in the past, they sabotaged the connection. I feel like they've already beat themselves up about it. And now they're kind of like looking at the reality of their life. I feel like Spirit is showing them all of it. I feel like they're tapping in to find out this Four of Pentacles. They're asking Spirit to reveal the Empress energy to them. You see, person number two's more concerned about their own growth. Yay, yay, yay. And person number one, I feel like you're going in a really good direction. I feel like both of you are doing good because you're surrendering the whole thing. The coffin card is here. You're releasing, you're alchemizing the energy. Like, I feel like you go back and forth between wanting to talk and being angry. And that's what your spirit guides are helping you to transmute that energy. Like, you're releasing it a little bit at a time. Like, why are you angry? You know, like, why exactly are you angry? Because you're not getting a response? Control much recently? You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like, yeah, you guys are really mirroring each other. So when I say it to one person, it's the other person. You guys are just totally mirroring one another. And let's see. Let's get some messages from the romance angels. What do you want to say to person number one's Spirit? Beautiful angels. Tell me what the advice is for person number one. Oh, okay. Playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Flirt. Extend your light-hearted energy to others. And trust. This situation is calling for you to trust. And romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. So if you're person number one, those are your messages from the angels. Tell me person number two's messages from the angel Spirit. Finance and career. So there's finances. This person is working on something about their finances. They do want to reconcile. Reconciliation is here. And let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. Tell me about the mutual energy, Spirit. Heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. So I didn't see, like, you remember when in the middle it's talking about like a codependent kind of relationship? I do not see the angels talking about that anywhere. So I feel like, for the two of you, heart to heart conversation. So if that ever gets to the point where you're past the two of swords in reverse, where you don't want to surrender, you don't want to, but I see person number one actually surrendering. So I feel like they are ready to release that and move forward. Let's see. What's the, don't you want to know what the outcome is for these two? What's the most likely outcome for these two lovers who are making each other grow by leaps and bounds with their mirroring? Okay. Win or lose. Giving and receiving. Rebuild your own heart and detach from it. Heal yourself. This is for both of you, right? This was a really big teacher for you guys about, I don't know, your struggle, your own personal struggle. And I feel like there could be a rebuilding of this relationship with the rebuild card, but I feel like you have to let go maybe of the past stuff. Maybe you have to understand the bigger picture of why any of it even happened. Like, you guys are mirroring each other, you're growing, right? And you're healing. I feel like both of you healed the other one, because at the end of the day, I do feel like there's equal give and take in this relationship, equal love. But you guys have to have some kind of release, some kind of like transformation, like letting go of the old beliefs you had when you were a child. Like, everyone's going to abandon me. Maybe I'm not really enough. I don't, like, I don't know. But I kind of feel like you kind of got to let go of that stuff from when you were a kid so you can have a new beginning. Ace of Wands. And yeah, this is really deep wounding with the sacral chakra here. Just keep working on it, Spirit said. You will find joy and stability with that Six of Cups. You certainly will. Healing begins, yeah. So I kind of feel like, yeah, I feel like the outcome is pretty good for you guys. Just keep doing what you're doing. You're both really doing good, working on yourself, loving yourself, and you both love each other. So that's fun. If you could just trust that this is a process. It's a divine orchestrated situation, This is something that came into your life and shocked the shit out of you so you could change, so you could move, out of your ego. This person is really waking you up, like, to who your soul is. Sometimes when I read these, I'm wondering, like, if these special relationships that are hard to maneuver, sometimes I wonder if they are, oh, I lost my thought. Thanks, Spirit. Took that right out of my head. It must not have been the right thing to say. Okay, I trust you, Spirit. Oh, where did these guys go then? Her diabetic doctor was pretty happy with her numbers. Oh, that's good. I guess I didn't know she had diabetes too. That's terrible. I'm so sorry that you have such a sick person in your life that you love so much. It's hard. It's super hard. Let's see what Leo is at. What, 20? Why can I not see it? Oh my God, am I gone blind? 29:48. Jeez. All right, Leo, let's see what's going on for Leo. Leo and the person on their mind. 2 piles of cards. I got 2 of Cups and 9 of Cups. Soul friends. Wish fulfillment. A little bit of heartbreak here. Alignment coming. All right. Angels, spirits, and guides. We're on Leo now. Doing 2 people. Person 1, person 2, and mutual energy in between. So let's start with person number 1. Tell me how they're doing. What are they doing? They're working. 2 of Cups. Wheel of Fortune. King of Swords. 2 of Pentacles and 6 of Cups. So they must be thinking about you. Think about how they can communicate with you. Think about something. Person 2. High Priestess and the Hermit card. She could be... The High Priestess is known for being quiet. And so is a Hermit. So I feel like maybe there's no speaking going on here. I also feel like maybe person number 1 is like reaching inside themselves really good. Trying to talk to Spirit about what happened with the 3 of Swords. There's some kind of pain here. Heartbreak. And a 5 of Wands. So, not sure. Middle energy. Middle energy for... That's a lot. I just feel like no. Can you just tell me in a couple cards? Queen of Pentacles. Ace of Swords and the Death card. So someone's getting clear about their stability. Both people maybe. Because this is like in the middle. God, it's hot in here. So, maybe both of you going through a transformation with the Death card, right? So let me get some of these cards and we'll clarify here with the 8 of Pentacles. Clarify the 8 of Pentacles for Leo Spirit. Separation. Sadness. Missing you. Thinking about you. Unsure of future. So I kind of feel like person number 1 is pretty dang sad. And maybe focusing on work. Focusing on money maybe. Tell me about the 2 of Cups. Soulmates. And Ascension. And heartbroken. And all these flipped over. This can be like a soul connection too. It can be about eternal love and a forever promise. So I feel like person number 1 is pretty hooked on person number 2. Feeling like this is a very deep connection. Tell me what the wheel is here. Yeah. They feel like, you know, they feel like this was a heaven sent thing. And what they're doing right now is they are using their mind. They're making healthy choices. They're loving life. They're just working on loving themselves and being happier because they know. And they know that that's what brings love. That's what attracts more love, is to raise their own vibration. So they're doing that. They're just working on loving themselves. Really cool. Coffee cup. So person number 1 is like going back and forth about calling you, about asking you to have a coffee date, right? Person number 1 can't stop thinking about how much fun they had with you. And I think that they really want to call you. But they're kind of going back and forth with that 2 of Pentacles. Like, should they call? Should they not call? You know? They're just not sure. So let's see what the High Priestess and the Hermit are looking at here. So the High Priestess and the Hermit are what person number 2 is doing is, I feel like their higher self is telling them to move on. And they're having kind of a problem with closing out this cycle. And on further talking to Spirit in the Hermit card, I feel like they're coming up with like, man, maybe this was an obsessive kind of fucked up thing. And so let's clarify the Three of Swords here for person number 2. This is definitely heartbreak, right? Whoops. But they're healing. And they're realizing that this was a mirror. They're realizing that you mirrored each other. That's why they're so hard into the Hermit card. They're like, what does that even mean? I feel like what they're trying to do is see if they would like to rebuild it or not. I feel like they're also noticing a pattern in their life, maybe of codependency. And they're just feeling like, man, I don't know if I can do this anymore. Dragonfly is clarifying the Nine of Cups. And so this is about changing. It's about transforming into something different, the dragonfly. It is what you want. It is what your soul wants. Your soul wants the transition, right? And part of the transition is like offering love everywhere. And I feel like they're seeing their growth. They are. They're seeing how much they've grown. Maybe since they were with you. I'm not sure. Let's get some romance angels here and see what these guys... No, let's do the yin yang. Let's do them first. Tell me what's happening here. So I feel like this person over here, number 1, is like totally and completely in love with person number 2. They think that it's some kind of soulmate written in the stars relationship. And they want a new beginning. They want to reach out so bad. Like it's all the way through this. I feel like, honestly, they're having to make some good, big decisions right now about how they're treating themselves, right? Like, why are they pining over someone, wasting all their time when they could be loving themselves, giving that love that they have to give to themselves instead of from somebody else? You know what I mean? So I kind of feel like person number 1 is figuring it out. They're starting to like make healthier choices, maybe with the food they eat, maybe with the people they keep company with, but definitely about the way they treat themselves. And so I also feel like, you know, we got this 6 of Cups down here and the 2 of Pentacles. Like, what do I do, you know? And this person is thinking about it, you know, and they're kind of thinking about how great it was. Like, it was a great relationship. And they really want to call, and they regret what they did. They regret what they said. And they want to call, but they're just, they don't know what to do. So they just put all of that intention, the love intentions onto themselves. That's what I feel like person number 1 is doing. Good job. Good job, person number 1. Tell me about person number 2. What's happening over here? Like, this is like you're figuring out this kind of a toxic relationship, right? And what you really want is a solid foundation with real love offer, right? I feel like what you're noticing is like a pattern in your life and you're not liking it very much. So you're taking a little time out over here. You're like putting some distance between you, this person and maybe other people even. Because you're trying to figure out, Leo, who you really are. Ace of Fire. How you can have your new beginning. And who am I? And what does it mean that I have a fire energy? You're trying to figure out yourself if this is you. So I feel like what people see on the outside is like a happy-go-lucky party animal. I feel like that's kind of what this is saying for person number 2. Like you're kind of the life of the party. And when you're kind of like looking, you're taking a time out, looking in, and you're like, man, everybody loves me. I'm like the life of the party. But then your spirit guides are bringing your attention to someone specific or a specific energy. It could be even yours, right? It's the divine feminine. And I feel like your spirit guides are showing you maybe who you truly are and how you've been maybe not seeing the real, like you've been a fake person. Number 2, you've been cold and detached, lost in your own thoughts. And I feel like it's about time to tell the truth. And when you do tell your own truth, I feel like there's a transformation coming. And I kind of feel like what you're going to do is you're processing something that happened when you're little. It's fragmented and lost. And it's like, it's lack of focus. It's like this feeling of being rejected. And I don't know when this happened to you, but your spirit guides are transforming this, and they're changing your thoughts and the way that you saw your whole life and you. I feel like you've been a little bit confused, right? But I see new beginnings coming for you. They could be I think you're vulnerable. And I think you don't, I think you're just really wanting this first person, person number 2. Yeah, so this person number 2 is dealing with self-worth. Like what they're learning is self-worth stuff. And it started when they're little. And I feel like probably this person triggered them into it, right? Because it's saying that the Queen of Wands or the Queen of Pentacles is a stable, solid energy, gives clarity, and then truth comes out, Truth comes out and then transformation happens. Spirit, let's look at this mutual energy. Why don't you clarify that for me? Yeah, there's a rebirth, a transcendence. And each one of you nurturing and loving your own, this is about soul growth. It is. It's about your own soul. And having compassion for your own self, both people. I feel like person number 1, is like regretting some stuff, but they're also lacking self-love. And so they need to start loving themselves in order to make the change, right? In order to decide to make the change. And person number 2 over here, person number 2 is doing some deep digging about life, about how come they've been the way they have, and is that their true self? So this could be all about eclipse energy as well. You know what I mean? Like really cycles ending, new ones beginning. And what I see here is like a journey of self-love sparked by 2 people. So let's see what the romance angels are telling me about it. Person number 1. Person number 1, your advice is to walk away from person number 2. Release your ex, it says. There was a lot of passion on your side, but you know, these angels aren't lying, and they're saying like person number 1, they weren't never in it. I mean, person number 2 wasn't in it. So this was kind of guided on passion, which Spirit is saying like, we please release this. Like, no, don't. Just love yourself. You'll see it. I promise you'll see it. And then person number 2 feels like person number 1 is worth waiting for. They know that they're healing something deep. It's a family issue, right? And they're also learning about forgiving and healing the past. And they feel like person number 2 is their soulmate. So let's see. Hey everybody, thanks for coming. Hey Tim, what are you doing? Gosh, I haven't seen you for about 10,000 years. Nice to see ya. Okay, so let's see. Person number 1, your message is, give thanks for the blessings of love soon to come your way. Know that you deserve to be and have all that your heart truly desires. So I think start loving yourself, person number 1, and be grateful for everything that you have. Imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities for your life. This is the middle energy. And for person number 2, a message for you. I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. So that could be a message from Spirit. Could be a message from person number 1. So let's see. Should we ask for an outcome? Like, what's the most likely outcome for these 2? What's the most likely outcome for these 2? Share the love. 3 of Cups. Somebody had 3 of Cups, didn't they? No, I guess not. So this is about like offering love to other people to heal your own heart, you know? Like it's kind of a chain reaction thing. And it looks like, honestly, this is like both of you in a dark, dark night. Both focusing on this relationship and wondering why. Why, you know? Spirit is saying, like, look at something else. Hangman's card. Look at it from another perspective, perhaps. You know, what's your soul really feel about it, you know? You're feeling all alone. Okay. There's healing ready to begin. Like, it all starts with this, like, sharing the love card. That's what's getting you out of this, like, negative energy. And then you're going to be able to trust your soul and take a jump into the whatever comes in, right? I feel like you do have wish fulfillment coming on its way, but I feel like you're spending way too much time, like, in your human self worrying about shit that isn't necessary. You know what I mean? I'm sorry to be so blunt, but that's what it looks like. Spirit is asking you to look at the bigger picture, you know? That's when healing begins. And then your wishes come true. So change your focus from whatever's eating your lunch here with the 9 of Swords. It's the darkest night, you know, it's the nightmare card. And Spirit is giving you the answer with the first one, share the love. So be kind to everybody you see. You know what I mean? Like, no matter where you are, I mean, open the door for somebody at the grocery store or say thank you, right? Or just, hi, how's your day going? Like, whatever. It really does kind of create a chain reaction of good vibes. You know, even when you just smile at someone and they smile back, right? It's like a chain reaction. In the same way, when you just offer a nice compliment to somebody. So I feel like that's what's going to get you out of that shit energy, both of you guys, and probably send you up that beautiful ladder of light where you are going to end up loving yourself. appreciating your past. You know, appreciating even the dark times. I know that sounds kind of weird, but there is a way of doing it, you know? Gotta find the good stuff. So, I feel like person number 2 is going through a lot. A lot. And I feel like they just have a lot of growing to do. They want to have a solid foundation. I think they're working on it. And I think person number 1 taught them a lot. I don't really know that this is a relationship that's, you know, meant to be forever. I really didn't see it in the cards. That really wasn't the message. It's more about you guys finding your way to your own higher self. But that's the point of it. And then these people come into our life and then we're confused. You know what I mean? Like we stop working on ourselves and loving ourselves, and we kind of want to do whatever they want to do because we like being with them. You know, it's natural. Basically what I'm saying is sometimes when we get in relationships, we lose ourselves. And sometimes they're brought into our life just for the purpose that maybe you were already lost. You know, having a mirror in front of your face so you can see, like, this person is so lost, but you realize so am I. I am doing a lot better today, Joey. Thank you so much for caring about me. I love you. I am feeling better. You know, I started taking antibiotics, I think 2 days ago. And I totally, like, doubled up on the dose. And I know that's probably wrong, but man, I was sick. So I took, like, a couple extra the first day. And then I think today is day 3. I couldn't believe how much better I felt when I woke up today. Like, I couldn't even barely take a breath yesterday. 52. Okay, so next is Virgo. Oh my gosh, Tim. That's a lot. Are you doing okay? We're on Virgo now. We're going to do person number 1, person number 2, person number 1. King of Pentacles. Oh my god. Person number 1 is all about Pentacles. It's Virgo. This could be you. Okay. You got the King, the Page, the Knight, the 2, all of Pentacles. Tell me about person number 2. Do you really want all those? Okay. Person number 2. The Tower, the King of Cups, the 7 of Cups, the 2, or the Page of Wands. Oops. 10 of Cups, flipped over to one more for Virgo. And the middle energy. Okay. The Sun is at the bottom. Okay. So, the mutual energy is the Magician card, the King of Wands, and the Sun card. So I feel like you're both trying to manifest happiness and stability and abundance in this relationship. And I feel like there's a lot of passion. There's a passionate deal. Both of you feel the same. So let's see. I guess I want the island ones first, right? Are you feeling better, Tim? Okay, let's see what the King of Pentacles is here. King of Pentacles. Clock. This is about taking time to heal. Okay. So, I feel King of Pentacles is you. I feel like that's your energy, and I feel like you're trying to take the time you need to grow and to change from something that happened to you. It was like a tower moment. Something really big happened and it was shocking. Um, I feel like person number one spends a lot of time like thinking about what happened, you know, thinking about they're missing someone, and they're trying not to show anybody how they feel. Person number one. The Wheel of Fortune is here, and what's clarifying that is the butterfly. So I feel like there's a transformation coming for Virgo. Um, and there's some kind of healing that's very deep. It's very, very deep. The Two of Pentacles. I feel like there's a there was a breakup here, silent treatment, abandonment. Okay, so the Axe card is about a breakup, right? And it's talking about how they feel abandoned, and also they feel like they're not enough. Like, why? Why did that happen? Why am I not enough ever? Right? And so then here comes the Six of Swords. And Six of Swords is like getting in a boat with spirit and going somewhere better, like to a better energy, to somewhere else, besides this place where you feel like you're not enough. Like spirit is asking you to get in the boat here. Anyway, I feel like what they want you to experience and realize is unconditional love. And I feel like where they're taking you is a place where you can actually feel that love. You just feel it. And I don't know who is giving it to you, but I'm wondering if it's you. Because this card is sitting here at the bottom of the deck. Self-indulgence. It says focus on self, self-worth, time to heal, shadow work, and self-appreciation. What's going on? I'm pretty sure you guys are okay. I'm pretty sure. Hi. I know you can go outside. I know you have water, and I know it's not dinner time. So, it's nice to see you guys. Good boy. Okay, so let's look at first the mutual energy here with the, you went back to work already? Wow. Okay. Okay, so, oh my God, you guys, mutual energy. So you're both thinking about each other, both having all these like romantic feelings about each other. I feel like you both look at each other like you are maybe spying on one another. This is the mutual energy, right? Because of all the passion, right? And I think both of you realize like what this relationship really could be, you know. in a perfect world, right? So let's see what the Tower card is saying over here. It's like something suddenly came tumbling down, and it's next door to the King of Cups. So, wow. So it looks to me like you had some kind of really nice relationship. Maybe you were married. If not, you had some kind of soul connection that was like forever, right? And you can't stop thinking about it, is what Spirit is saying. I feel like, why is the Tower card here? Getting some kind of like epiphany about this thing. Well, if you're getting epiphany about it, you're realizing that this was like a planned. Mom? Yeah? Hi. Hi. Is Sam with you? What? Is Sam with you? I think so. That's my dog. Hi. Hi, boy. Oh, are you? Sorry. That's okay. I got you this gift. What is it? It's Girl Scout cookie. I thought you'd like it on ice cream. On my ice cream? Yeah. Yeah. I thought I will like it. I know. I thought it would be good. I saw it at Costco yesterday. Come on, let's go. Well, thank you. That was nice of you. I'm going to take Sam. Okay. Love you. I love you too. Okay. So maybe they're trying to decide like what kind of relationship this is, or maybe they realize that, you know, this was just here to teach them something. I don't know. 7 of Cups. It looks like person number 2 might actually have some options here. But that's what's transforming. Person number 2. Okay. Person number 2 realizes that they only love person number 1. And up until like maybe the breakup, person number 1 had person number 2 had lots of options. But what they're realizing in this epiphany here is it's about how much they love person number 1. They love them in a different way than they've ever loved before. That's the epiphany. They're realizing there's more to life than just a bunch of options. That's the way they've been living their life. And they're like, man, I really love person number 1. I know that we're separated, but what I want to move this forward. I want to move up a notch. I don't want to break up. Wow, 10 of Cups. They want a reconciliation. 10 of Cups, 3 of Cups. And I think it looks to me like they're letting go of their old ways of keeping you as an option, dude. I feel like they are healing. And they're not afraid anymore. They're healing themselves in it, and I feel like they're not afraid to move forward. Wow. Who saw that coming? Not me. I didn't even know what the hell they were trying to say up at the top. I'm like, what the hell? The Tower moment is the fact, the Tower moment is the fact of how much they loved person number 1. They didn't even know, because they were just making person number 1 an option. And all of a sudden they're awakened to it. And they're like, holy shit, I really love this person. I miss them, right? I can't stop thinking about them. So let's see. Let's ask this deck now. I haven't done this go round because I was thinking like, I don't know if you guys like it or not. If person number 1 could say something to person number 2, what would it be? It's dark without you. Person number 2 says you are right. Person number 1, is saying to person number 2, I can't take it anymore. I need to hold back my true feelings. I can't handle your love. And I can't talk to you right now. That's what they want to say. Wow. This is a person who's really, really stuck inside of themselves, feeling like they're not enough. you know? And honestly, it could be if person number two was like treating them like an option, I could understand why they're feeling that way about themselves, right? But what it's leading you guys, each one of you, is to self-awareness, healing your own heart, loving your own self. Person number two says, I'm afraid to lose you, man. But please do what's best for your heart. They're thinking about sex with you too. And they want to know why you love them. And now, with the Cupid's arrow, the Ten of Cups, tell me, no one understands me but you. I cry at night. Sexual desire. Wow. So, that's what I got there. How do you guys like those messages? Do they make sense? Let's talk about the romance angels. Angels, give me some advice for person number one. Give me advice for person number one. Romantic feelings, heart-to-heart conversations, and retreat. So they do have a lot of feelings for you. They would like to have heart-to-heart conversations. Spirit is saying to person number one, your romantic feelings deserve to be acknowledged and met. You know, like your romantic desires, right? They're suggesting that you have a heart-to-heart conversation with person number two. Possibly go somewhere else where no other people are around. Disconnect. Person number two. Spirit is saying, it's okay for you to love. It's safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive to the highest energy of all. And then children. Your love life is being affected by children, and this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner that you seek. Middle energy, what do you got? Passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Yeah, I feel like you guys have a lot of passion for each other. But I also see like a lot of unconditional love. Person number two is being awoken to that. And I don't know what's going to happen because person number one is still hooked. But person number two has to have like this awakening thing happen still. I think they're going through it right now. Let me see some messages from this one. Sexual union. Honor the place in one another where you are one eternal soul, for there you will find true bliss. Whoops, middle. Emotions are a natural and necessary part of life, but they can also distort your perception and cloud your vision. In order to see things clearly, you must let go of resentment. Middle energy. And person number two. Manifesting miracles and forgiveness. Your dream is soon to become a reality. Trust your heart and continue to follow its guidance. And forgiveness. Stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. So, that's what I'm seeing for you guys. What's the most likely outcome? Mary, can you believe she brought me this? So the other night we were having dinner, and there was all my kids and grandkids and stuff were all there, and they were talking about Baskin Robbins ice cream, and it's like $25. No, it's not, but it just seems expensive to me for just like a tiny little pint of it, you know. And I've just been a single mom my whole life, and so I opt for the name, you know, the off-name brand, like Walmart brand or Safeway brand or whatever, you know, because their ice cream's always good. Anyways, I said that, and I go, you know, I usually just get vanilla because you can do so much stuff with them. And then I said, do you want to know a trick? Like you can put Nestle's quick, you know, the powder, chocolate powder, on the ice cream. Nuke it for just like a couple of seconds, 10 maybe, and then stir it up, and it's so delicious. And they all laughed at me. So she brought me this Girl Scout cookie, Thin Mint, for my ice cream, and I'm going to try it. Okay, so what I see happening for you guys, honestly, I feel like you both get to decide whether you want to do this or not. And I think it's really important. And I think what you're both going to decide, hopefully, will be, you know, to reconcile. Six of Cups. Like, because you both think about each other all the time. And you're seeking, like, a stable relationship, right? And so I feel like you're both kind of trying to figure out where that can be. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, I feel like there's this beautiful Nine of Pentacles. And the Nine of Pentacles is about, it's about a relationship with Spirit and having Spirit take you right to this place where you can see things clearly. You see how tall you are? Do you see what you're standing on even? Gold. So it's definitely got something to do with your stability, your power, your knowledge, your knowing, right? And I feel like, yeah, I feel like this could really work out. I do kind of feel like it's important for you to like focus your attention on yourself for a while, you know, because the Nine of Pentacles is really about trying to get in touch with Spirit and ask for that bright light around yourself, you know, and instead of like letting your human being make all of the decisions based on, I don't know, stuff that you learned when you were a child that probably isn't really 100% accurate. You're asking Spirit to show you the truth about yourself. Show me who I am. Show me. Show me so I can believe it. And that's what's happening, you know? And I feel like that's what's bringing in this stability. Can you two be together? Yes. I do feel like there's a possibility of a great union here with stability in your life. But I kind of feel like you got to really dig deep and try to find that, you know, inner self and appreciate that one first. You know what I mean? Because I think once we really start loving ourselves, what we desire changes when we're starting to love ourselves. And when we let our soul lead a little more, you know, because they're coming from just love. They're not coming from fear like the human is, you know. When we step out of the way, you know, our human beings finally says, okay, I totally trust you, higher self. I do. I'm ready to go wherever you're ready to go. And I think when you do that, you're going to see some pretty cool and wild stuff about who you are and what you're capable of. And I bet a lot of you already know it, but you see what happens when we're little is we get treated some type of way, and then we get this notion in our mind that there's something wrong with us. We have no confidence in ourselves. And so we sabotage great relationships, you know? We do. So what I feel like is what you're doing for each other in this relationship is healing those kinds of things, causing like a big transformation in one another. And I do kind of think you guys will probably end up back together. But once you get to that Nine of Pentacles, you know, if you get there and they didn't, like say, I don't know if it will work. I don't know if you'll still want that kind of relationship. You know what I mean? That's the truth of it. We grow and sometimes we outgrow people. And even this reading could even be about a friend, you know? Sometimes we get on this spiritual journey and we start really figuring out stuff about ourselves and about life. And I don't know, just who we are and what we expect out of everything, friendships, lovers, and then we kind of just start looking at things different. Like, I kind of look at it like everyone's on their own journey. You know what I mean? So to sit around and be pissed off at someone for not moving in the same direction as you is just unfair. You know, like, somebody's growing. I don't know. I hope that makes sense. Um, shall we move on to Virgo? I mean, to Libra? Let's see what Libra has for you guys. Let's see. 15. Okay. Spirit, we're going to want to look at Libra and the person on their mind. Tell me what's going on in these relationships. Angels, spirits, guides, ancestors, archangels, ascended masters. Please help me. Give a clear, accurate message for Libra and their person. Okay. So, person number one, lovers, and the Queen of Swords. Seven of Cups. Woo. Okay, that's too much. I just need 3 more cards, Spirit, for person number one. 1, 2. Middle energy. Okay. Man, sorry you guys. I haven't been coughing this whole time, and now here it is. See how gross that is, you guys? Imagine it. Okay. So, person number one, the Lover's card and the Queen of Swords. I feel like there's a choice that you have to make, and you're trying to really, take your heart out of it to decide. I feel like you have a lot of different options, ways to go, and a solid offer here. And I also feel like you're getting clarity on 10 of Cups. You're becoming clear on what that means to you, what it looks like, what you feel it should look like. In the center energy, what I see is the 7 of Swords, the Fool, and the 6 of Wands. So I'm going to ask for clarity on the 7 of Swords, but yeah, I'm just going to clarify that pile because I wouldn't even begin to guess on that. And then person number 2 has the 2 of Cups and the Star, the 3 of Cups and the Chariot, and the King of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. So I kind of feel like person number 2 thinks that person number 1 is their wish fulfillment. They would like a reconciliation with them, and they want to rush toward them with a solid, loyal offer of love. So let's see what these cards have to say. Person number 1, tell me about the Lovers and the Queen of Swords. Dragonfly. So photograph. So you're missing someone here. You're thinking about this lover. And you're going through some kind of transformation. I think you're trying to say to yourself, like, it's time to make new memories, Libra. Seven of Cups. This is about moving on. This is about actually having some fun. This is about actually living in the moment. That's what you're choosing. You're choosing that. You're looking at all the possibilities and you're like, I'm going to choose me. I'm going to choose to live in this moment and stop worrying about anybody else and their bullshit. Three of Pentacles. This could be a work offer. It could be a love offer. But I feel like, honestly, to tell you the truth, I feel like you love this person a lot. I do. And I feel like it's an unconditional kind of love. And I feel like you honestly think of them with love and just wish them well, is what I think. Now, tell me what's going on in this Ten of Cups. Because it's like Ten of Cups and the Ace of Swords. It's like figuring something out. Getting clear on what love really is. You know, what does it really look like? It's about opening up your heart. Okay. You know what you're thinking about and getting clear on? You're getting clear on how much you love this person. And also, like, maybe that you didn't have enough boundaries. Like, there was some kind of conversation. I don't know. It hurt your feelings. And so you can't get over that. And I feel like you're just trying to be secure in yourself. Tell me why the Seven of Swords is up here. Okay, Keys on a Ring and the Runner is here. So I feel like maybe both, this is the center energy. So it's both of you feeling like this about the other person. You know what? You both think the other one had someone else. You do. You both think that way. And you both have a fear of intimacy too. Why is the Six of Wands? Why is the big success card here? Because you're both going through the transformation. The Phoenix is here. So it was a separation. It was a heartbreak for both of you. But it transforms you. It changes your mind. You guys could very well get back together. Or you both kind of do. Maybe you're both seeing the change in the other person. I feel like there's a big change of mind here for someone. Or both people in this relationship, because it's the middle energy. So I feel like you're both kind of going from like this heartbroken thing to like, and changing that energy, right? Becoming someone new, someone focused on love. Yeah, you're just focusing on the fact that you unconditionally love this person no matter what the hell. So I kind of feel like you're both winning here. Being successful, the relationship was successful is what it's saying to me. It succeeded in changing some kind of energy, realizing like self-love, unconditional love. Tell me about the Two of Cups. So this is like they're telling me about this relationship. They can't stop thinking about it. They're thinking about how much fun they had. They loved flirting. Like this was kind of like a fiery kind of thing. Like I feel like it lit you both up, and I feel like person number two is kind of thinking about it. The butterfly is here. I feel like there's a change here, or they want one. because they want to reconcile with the Three of Cups. That's about reconciling. So they're like, what can we do now? You know, how can we grow together? And then the Chariot card. I feel like they want to go on a date. I kind of feel like person number 2 is watching person number 1 like on the DL. Like, I don't think person number 1 knows. And I think person number 2 actually sabotaged this thing, and they want to come close to you. They want to come back to you. They've been watching you transform, and it's lovely. They feel like it's beautiful. And then they're coming in with an offer here, King of Pentacles style, right? They're saying, hey, I'm offering you something tangible this time, you know? I think this might shock you, this mirror that's coming in. Because the King of Pentacles mirroring each other. Maybe they're coming to tell you that. Like, man, you really taught me a lot. Anyway, I think whatever it is that this King of Pentacles is coming in to say to person number 2, it's very shocking to both people. Well, what are you saying? What's the message? What's the message? There's something about a clock here. I'm wondering if it's like divine timing, insane chemistry, like each other equally having fun. Okay. All right, Libra, let's see what else do we need. We need some of these yin yang cards, don't we? Today, what sign did I start with? This time I started with Cancer. And I did another reading just like this, Aries, Taurus, Gemini. It's up. I don't know if it's gone public yet, but if you get notifications from me, you would see it. And then now I've done Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra. All right, so let me see. Tell me about person number 1 over here. Give me some more. All right, so person number 1 is making a big change. They're making this choice to make a change in their life. Maybe they're moving. Maybe they're going on a vacation. Maybe they're just standing up for the first time in their life. Queen of Swords energy. I'm doing this, right? I'm going on a new beginning. I'm going to stop thinking about all of the regrets that I have. And I'm going to realize what exactly this person gave me. What did they reflect back to me? And how can I turn that into self-love? Good job. So tell me about this 10 of Cups. How about this 10 of Cups? North Node, higher self. This is your higher self activating. Third eye opening here. So you're getting clarity on... I think you're getting clear on what your purpose is, and your higher self is like enlightening you to what love is, what self-love looks like, that kind of thing. All right, tell me about the middle energy. Tell me what's going on in the middle energy. Yeah, you're both trying to release the other. Release this separation. Release the longing. But there's this crazy attraction, right? There's disharmony and triggers. And so you both just are forced to love yourself. Once again, same message. Now, over here, person number 2 is going through a transformation. Tell me some more. I feel like what's happening is they're looking at their own self-doubts, wondering why. You know, why are they so cold? Why are they so detached? And I feel like their higher self is talking to them too. And I feel like maybe even like through a dream, maybe they have like a remembrance of something that happened in a former life or something. Something is becoming very real to person number two about their soul. I'm not sure what it is, but it's meant to spark this person to start their, like to like almost like give them a shock to the heart, you know, to wake them up to the present moment, how to be grateful for every single thing, how to focus on abundance, and how to see all the things that happen to you, how they're a gift, how they provide you freedom, stability. Everything looks great, right? You're finding balance and justice in yourself, person number two. So I feel like once that happens, I feel like this person is gonna go back. But first they have to appreciate themselves first, you know? They do. You can't love other people if you don't love yourself. That's the thing. You know what I mean? You just can't. Okay, so person number one, give me some angel messages for person number one. Spirit, what is your advice for person number one? Person number one, Spirit is saying, pay attention to red flags. There are signs and you're being cautioned. Your love life is ascending to a level of commitment. And it says flirt. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. And release your ex at the bottom of the deck. Tell me about the middle energy. Okay. You guys are both equally attracted. You both want a reconciliation. You're both asking for help. You both need to let go of control issues. You both realize that you're soul connected and it's true love and you both know it. Bottom of the deck, past life relationship. Tell me about person number two. What's your advice for person number two, Spirit? Free yourself. And I think it's time to take back control of your life. You see, while you're up here in this place of like you feel lack and you feel like you're not enough and you feel detached and you don't want to reach out to new people or old people or anything. You're just like, you know, Spirit is saying like, you don't. It's time to take back control of your life. The chemistry card. There's a strong magnetic attraction between you two, and Spirit wants you to know they know. But the thing is, person number two is working on healing some kind of old thing. Remember this karma card that came out? It's like an old family thing. It's about forgiving parents, right? And then there's this pattern that person number two is being enlightened to, like they didn't know about it. It's this thing that causes them to feel lack, cold and detached, and sort of stuck in a way too, right? Stuck in something. It's because of this unrequited love. And Spirit is saying to you, like, you have had a history of this, and it's because you're not loving yourself. How can you receive love if you don't give love to yourself? How can you can't. What will happen with this unrequited? They're telling you that this is the problem for you, like you have a cycle of it. In fact, you probably sabotage relationships when somebody actually does love you, like for real love you probably sabotage it because you don't know how to behave. You know what I mean? You're so used to not being loved back and having to chase love. And Spirit is saying, like, I feel like this person is coming in, I think, to actually heal this. Because they do love you. They do. And honestly, this person's soul path now that I'm looking at it. It's all about this Ten of Cups and getting clarity. And while they're getting clarity about what love is, at the same time, they're almost poking the bear with this person because they don't know how to accept it. They really truly love, but this person is like, ah. And it's all about the past, like when you're a kid, like not being loved by your parents, possibly, right? So that's kind of what I'm seeing here. Wow, this is crazy. It turned out crazy. I'm a Taurus Gemini cusp. I feel like they even share the same house, Taurus and Gemini. Okay, so person number one, here's your message. My beloved, though we may be physically apart, spiritually we are always united, for love transcends space and time. Nothing is missing. So that, I feel like that's what this person's higher self is trying to channel to you. Like, we might be physically apart, but we're always united spiritually, and our love is deeper. Like, that's this person number two's soul saying to person number one's soul. Because person number one is hurting too. And the middle card is forgiveness. Stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. Let me shake these up for person number two. What do you want to tell person number two? What's the message here from this right here? Friendship. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship and your love life will dramatically improve. So this person number two really has to work through a lot of stuff, because I feel like they're just used to not being loved, and then person number one comes in with all their love with the Ten of Cups and like the higher self, and they're on their north node. I bet this person is just flying high when they came in, you know, because they have all this clarity. Because this person, believe it or not, this person showed this person what Ten of Cups felt like. This person did. And it shifted person number one onto their north node path, their purpose. This is pretty cool. This is a pretty cool reading, you guys. I'd say you two belong together. I don't even need to see what the outcome is, but I do see a lot of like purpose to the relationship, you know what I mean? Okay, so that's Libra. Alright, so now I think I better go have some tea so I don't like gross you guys out with all my phlegmy coughing. And we'll get that under control, and then maybe I'll be back in a little bit to do Scorpio through Pisces. Okay, wow. That was a crazy reading, Libra. Crazy, crazy, crazy. It is kind of fun to see what people, like, you know, like, I know everybody wants to know about love relationships and what's going to happen, like, right this second, but honestly, I kind of like digging a little deeper to, like, what's the purpose of it? It's not really about, like, whether you get back together or not. It's about some kind of healing that's being done. Like this person over here, this person is really understanding what love feels like. And even though this person kind of made them an option, or so it seems, they still understand what it felt like. So that's what person number two gave to person number one. And I really do feel like this is probably coming back together, maybe traveling together. Or I feel like person number two is going to come driving on in or something. So that's what I have for you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Tim, it's so good to see you. I'm so happy to see you. I hope you're feeling better every day. And maybe I'll see you in a little while. I'll be doing Scorpio through Pisces. So, bye you guys.